Testing. Testing. 1, 2. Okay, there we go. Application sound, if I do that. Awesome. Okay. So, you guys should be able to hear me now. I may end up being a little too loud. If I end up being too loud, just let me know and I can turn myself down. Other than that, I should be good. Excuse the mess behind me, lights and everything. Studio's not done yet, but it is getting there. I'm going to wait here a little bit and see what happens. So what I'll do is kind of do a little bit of an intro thing here in just a second and give people a chance to join before I actually start. I'm not going to be doing a lot tonight though, but because I do not have a lot of time tonight, but I'll do what I can. So we'll see what happens. So, all right. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started here for sake of time. All right. Let me actually unmute and undeafen in my stream channel down here. Do that. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. So, what is happening is the studio is almost done. It still has a little bit of work to go. We need to make sure everything is sealed, do a few sealing stuff, need to finish a door. Sealing stuff as far as like for bugs and water and everything, and so just got to do some final touches and then it should be done to where we just lay down a new thing of plywood over top of some old plywood, and then we can start putting carpet squares down. I can bring my desk and everything in there, so then I have a new space. It's not gonna be ideal to start with because I will eventually need to get like lights and everything to set it up to where it's like an actual stream setup. My goal would be to have it where it's like an actual stream setup, which part of that would be a new camera. I've got one on mind that it is a 1080p, which 1080p for as small as that little square is on the bottom of your screen, it would work. It will work just fine. And so that's gonna be the plan because like right now, if I go over to webcam, I'm not the best quality, but with a 1080p, it would be just fine. So we'll make it work. But for now, though, I'm going to be trying to start a new series. Hopefully, I can be doing more of it once the studio is done, because then I would have more time and energy once I get home to actually stream, because I want to start doing it again because it's fun and I really enjoy it. So I want to keep doing it. And so I'm going to start off with a fun thing that I used to do back in the day, and I want to bring back just because it is so much fun. But before I do that, let me go ahead and application sound. That's not what I'm wanting. I'm wanting display. Let me change this to an application capture and change this to Minecraft. Give that a second. Okay, are you gonna work for me? Maybe not. Huh. It's because it's too big. It may be because it's too big. Minecraft 1.21, that should work. Let's try properties. Match otherwise find. Same executable. Okay. Nope. Let's do that. Nope. Okay, fine. We'll do display. Anyway. Okay, so I think actually hold on. I think I'm just stupid. Hold on. Let me do that. Redo application properties, this mismatch, and then now if I click on this, still nothing. Okay. All right. Just had to make sure. Anyway, no, that's working. So, all right. So this is Wynncraft. Wynncraft is a server. I believe it was originally started by Grian and some other people, but I could be wrong. So don't quote me on that. I don't know the history of the server, but I do know it was a lot of fun. It is an MMORPG. It is an insanely good server, and in fact, I just joined it yesterday for the first time to kind of revisit it, see what how it's been keeping them up over the years, and well, let's just say that it is amazing. The updates they have had are insane, and along with a mod that I found, it is actually very similar to what my dream was for the Moose Chronicles, and so to be able to kind of see this is awesome. And so let me just kind of quickly explain it to you. It's MMORPG, and you go through and you follow these quests. It's an RPG. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool. It's got custom textures, custom models, custom mobs, custom weapons, custom everything. It's insane. It's a video game built inside of Minecraft. It's honestly, it's insane. But on top of that, I found a mod called Voices of Wynn. I don't have the link with me at the moment, but I will try to add it in my stream description for future streams. But the Voices of Wynn is a mod that makes the characters on the quests have actual voices. They've hired over 130 voice actors to come in and play the characters in the server from the RPG, and so that way it's voice acted out. It's not just read by an AI. It's not just me trying to read text. It's actually voiced by voice actors, which I think is absolutely insane. And so we're going to take a look at that. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I also have Wintils on here. I don't really need it because of all the updates that Wynncraft has had itself. Kind of has a bunch of the stuff that you would originally have needed Wintils for. But it's, yeah. If you don't know what Wynncraft is, you're not going to really know what Wintils is. But it's essentially a quality of life mod. It adds a few other like features, like a mini map, for example, and then a map I can pull up in the game instead of trying to pull up a map on the web browser, which that is the one thing I'll share before we get into it. Wynncraft has the largest map of any server that I am aware of. You could probably count like the world's servers as an exception, but none of them is as involved as this. It's insane. And so we'll kind of take a look at that here. In fact, before we start, I do want to show you guys this real quick. Let's just go ahead and look up Wynncraft here real quick. And I want you guys to see just what I'm talking about here. This is the map of Wynncraft. I've played it before, and so I do know a lot of things, but there's also been a lot of updates. There's been a ton of updates. For example, you start here in the town of Ragni. So just kind of get a scope. You can kind of see the size of a block here. Like you can see a chest underneath here. That's the size of a block. Now let me slowly start zooming out just to kind of show you the scale of this map. And that's as far as it'll let me zoom out. And all this stuff is new. I've never really been over here either because I didn't play it a ton back in the day. Because I started to do other stuff, but it's insane. It has stuff for level 100. It has stuff for higher levels. They keep updating it, and it's honestly insane. But I do know you start here in, where did it go? You start, I lost it. You start in Ragni, but Detless is kind of like the main town everyone comes back to. But by the way, let's just go ahead and get started. I don't have a ton of time tonight, but we're gonna see how far we can get. And this is really just like the introduction, the start. And so we'll kind of get started here. So let me go ahead and close that. I can go ahead and just click the button here to join. Custom music and everything. It's insane. So just gotta give a second because I'm loading on this computer for the first time. This is it. This is character creation. I mean, how insane. I'm gonna create a new character. This was me when I was testing out some stuff to see how stuff worked before I actually started streaming it. I am, for my sake, gonna turn down my... What? Cool. This is gonna be Wintils. Allowing me to turn down the music for myself here. There we go. That should be better. I can still hear... It's good. Matthew Zizzy. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to the stream, sir. It has been a good minute, but I am back. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this ball rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click here to switch my classes. Like I said, this I have a few. My highest is a level 43 archer, and that was when I was playing back in day, and then I tried hunter, and I tried a few different things. I have recently been doing shaman, which I have actually really enjoyed, so that's what I'm going to do for this new series. But I'm going to restart. I'm not going to use this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm just going to right click it. Actually, Yeah, no, I'm just going to go ahead and just create a new one so you guys can see what that is. I do have VIP Plus because I bought it back in the day. So that is going to give me some additional things. I don't know what all it gives me extra. I don't really know. But we're going to go ahead and click on create a new character. And look at this. The animations are insane. It's crazy. So these are the different classes. You can kind of see over here on the left, it has some of the different abilities and stuff. Here's where it's talking about the actual archer and stuff. And so this is for archer. This is for the mage. Look at that. How cool. So grow from healing, bend reality, and ramp up uncontrollable chaotic powder. So these, on the left would be the different archetypes. I think shoots an arrow at the screen. I'm ducking. Yeah, honestly. This is the assassin, hide in one shot. One shot. That's insane. I don't know about that. I've never played as assassin. Confused with clones. Agile combo heavy fighter. So you're a big combo guy. You do a ton of really quick damage. The shaman. This is the one I've recently been going on, and it's actually pretty insanely powerful. Create and order minions, which already sounds insane. Versatile masked dancer and sacrifice blood for power and heals. So what I did in my test run is I just started to go out towards summoner. I haven't really done anything to where it shows the different archetypes from progressing. So I haven't progressed enough because I was just testing. I didn't want to go too far. I wanted reactions to be true. And so I don't know which one I'm going to go with. I like the idea of summoner. Summoner allows me to actually like summon minions and they can do damage. It's a really big insane thing because for this class, it's really good by yourself, but it's even better with a team. And I'm going to try to get some more people to play with me. I already got a couple in mind. My brother's probably going to be joining me at some point as well. Acolyte, however, sounds insane. That's where I end up dealing damage to myself, but then that damage becomes even greater damage that I deal to the enemy, which blood for the blood god Technoblade. So I may go that route just for Techno, but we'll see how it goes. We'll kind of play it along and we'll see what happens. But anyway, so this is the one I'm going to pick just to kind of show you the other ones. Once again, here's the warrior again. Overwhelming brute force, swift combos, steadfast, holy protector. So those are the different classes. I'm going to go with the one that I know I enjoy playing, which was shaman. I like archer because of one of their abilities of getting away. But anyway, I'm going to kind of treat this as new as I can. I got some basic knowledge of it. They have had a ton of updates, so there's a ton of stuff that I have no idea what's going on, but I have enough knowledge that I'm not coming into this thing blind. So that helps out, so you guys are not just sitting here watching me read a wiki, right? And so it's going to be pretty good. But anyway, let's go ahead and I'm going to select this by left clicking here. And here's what's also insane. There's different game modes. I can select a reskin, which I'm going to do. I'm going to go for Sky Seer since I'm VIP+. I'm not going to worry. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about nickname because I'm not a hero. Edit icon. I'm fine with this icon, honestly. The game modes. My goodness, the game modes. So you can have different game modes depending on any of your character's levels. Here's what's really cool. I can have different characters on one account. And it is like shared across my entire account. So like you saw, I had a level 43 archer, and I'm going to start out with a level 1 shaman. Here's what's really cool. It shares across. So like I have that level 40 archer. I can now have access to this because I'm level 30. And so that's shared across, which I'll show you a thing with the bank. I don't want to get too far ahead so I don't confuse you guys, but there's something cool with that too. But anyway, I can choose hardcore mode. Most of your items will drop upon death, and your icon will be changed to gray, meaning you have died. Here's what that means. In the regular play, you have soul points. And what happens is every time you die, you start losing soul points. You gain soul points gradually throughout playing. And it caps at like 20 or something. So when you die, you lose some of them. Die, you lose some more. And once you reach 0, or no, the less number of soul points you have, you slowly start losing more. If you are at 20 and you die, you may lose like 2 emeralds or something. But if you are at 1 and you die, you lose about half your inventory or something like that. Crazy. But it gives you leeway. Whereas hardcore mode, you die once and you lose basically everything, and then your name gets turned to gray, showing that you have died. It doesn't limit you from no longer playing like what Minecraft would do, like regular Minecraft hardcore mode, but it shows it as gray, meaning that you have died, you have failed. And to me, that's really, really cool. So you can either choose to reset, start with a fresh one to try to keep that status, that title of being able to say that you have not died, or you can just keep playing with what you've got so you don't lose progress. So I think that is really cool that they've done that, but also just offering this. Notice they offer it for only people that have played past level 30, so people that have played a little bit are a little bit experienced. I'm going to go ahead and do this just for the fun of it. I'm probably going to die. If I do, I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to reset. But I just think that's really cool. But some of these other ones, for example, you'll only be allowed to use crafted items. I have never crafted an item. That came after my time playing, so that's going to be really cool to look into. You'll only be able to trade with other players, including the trade market. This is really cool. So I can't buy stuff from NPCs. Hunted, you would be permanently hunted in permanent hunted mode. So other players can actually attack me. That sounds insane. So anyway, I'm going to stick with hard mode, and I'm going to hit enable, and I'm going to, so this guy's here, you can see the archetype, summoner, ritualist, and acolyte. I'm probably going to go with summoner, but I may end up doing acolyte. We'll see. But the shaman benefits from powerful buffs, displacement, and crowd control abilities at the cost of low defenses. Using spell combinations that can aggressively engage large amounts of enemies, or simply sit back and support their team. And so this guy's really good. I was looking at, the mage is more AoE damage, so area of effect damage, as well as more of made for a team, whereas this guy can do both. I just have a less defense, so I got to be very careful about not letting things hit me, but I can do a ton of damage to a ton of guys at the same time, so I don't have to worry about being swarmed, because I can take down a bunch of enemies at once, which is really powerful. And so we're gonna use that to our advantage here. But I'm gonna go ahead and change the icon just so I can tell this guy apart from the rest. Let's go with a dark brown, and let's do maybe a red. Oh, I see. Let's do that just so it stands out. Click OK, and here we go. I'm not gonna be playing for a long time, but I'm gonna play for a little bit. Like, it even has an intro. Like, come on.
Ah! Hey, you alright in there? Looks like we hit something.
Like, look at this. This is just the tutorial to show you how the game works.
I swear I hit the same darn boulder every time I make this trip. Sorry, folks.
Does this mean we have to walk all the way to Reckney from here?
Unfortunately so. Luckily, it's not that far from here. Just a straight path forward.
And so all those voices are from the mod from the community. So there's this YouTuber. It's actually kind of a small YouTuber. He's only got almost 10,000 subscribers, which in the world of YouTube is small, but my eyes, that's huge. But on top of that, it's just him. He started it by himself, and it grew to be a community that are trying to do this, trying to get a ton of voices added. Otherwise, I would be sitting here reading the text out loud, or in my head if I'm playing by myself. But instead, we have dialogue. Not just dialogue, because I could turn on text-to-speech and just have an AI voice read it back to me, but no. This is actual, like, voiced acting, where there's emotion behind it, and sometimes there's even sound effects and stuff that goes with it. Just insane. Anyway, let's continue.
Well, nothing to do but keep moving. Tasm, soldier, I'll race you to the gate.
Exactly.
Wait, don't!
I'm like, come on.
He's already gone. We'll have to catch up to him. Soldier, lead the way.
Now, of course, they say soldier because they can't have the voice say your name. That sounds really weird. They just say soldier.
I don't suppose you know much about Wynn either, do you? Of course, the King of Rekni's been recruiting Fruma's soldiers, but the war of theirs must be getting pretty bad if they need this much support.
Oh, that's so cool. The fact that it also has
Oh, there's Aladar.
directional audio. If you've got a headset, it's directional.
There
So
you two are. You'll have
It's on
to
the
be
right.
faster than that if you
It's on
want
the
to stand
left.
a chance against the undead.
Yes, yes, we'll be fast the next time. So, this is the gate marking the border between Wynn and Fruma.
Looks like it. Yep. Are you two ready for the start of our new lives? Soldier, why don't you do the honors? Go ahead and open that gate.
it gets louder or easier to when you get closer to, just like in real life. Exactly. It's awesome. Welcome to Win.
This is the Wynn we've all been hearing about.
And then music starts too.
Made it this far. This is what we'll be fighting to protect.
Hey, you three, come over here.
A soldier? What are you doing all the way out here?
There's a bit of trouble up ahead. They send me out here to intercept new recruits. If you want to survive out here, you're going to need this. And for you too.
So it gave me the weapon for my class. If I was a different class, it would have given me a different weapon.
Whoa. Awesome.
Hopefully we don't have to use these just yet.
Good luck out there, recruits. Just follow this path, and there will be a bridge up ahead.
So I know I attack like this. And as you can see, it launches like 3 different like magical things. It's pretty cool. I just killed a cow. And that's making the that's the kind of like the multiple targets. And so anything within those paths of that gets damaged. It's insane.
Ah, this must be the bridge the soldier was talking about. But it certainly looks very...
Well, let's not keep the King of Ragni waiting.
No, wait!
Well, he's dead.
Aladar!
Just look at that animation. It's added. That's insane.
That sure was close.
That's what I was trying to warn you about. Let's just get off this bridge before the rest of it collapses.
How are we meant to get to the other side of this ravine now? Ah, another thing gone wrong. Just like,
Aladar? What's wrong?
That's weird. I was just thinking about something from before Win, but it's gone. I can't remember.
I can't remember anything from Fruma either. Soldier, how about you?
Nothing. It can't be a coincidence that we've all lost our memories at the same time, right?
And there's actually a story behind every single quest. Every single, like the actual world has its own story that we're following. It's insane.
No, but we can worry about that later. For now, we need to find a way past this ravine. Aladar, soldier, you should look around for a way across. I'll keep looking here.
All right. Let's go, soldier. Whoa. That sure did the trick, soldier. Good thinking. Hey, Tasm, come over here. Soldier found a way over.
Now this looks so much safer.
Oh, we made it over safely this time at least.
And I believe Tasm is voiced by the person who started the whole mod, or to make all the voices, if I'm not mistaken.
If we just continue forward, we should make it to Ragni in no time.
What's that guard doing here? We should probably talk to them if we want to pass through.
Halt, recruits.
What? What's going on?
A group of corrupted have sieged to this underpass. I can't let you enter without any harm.
Then what do? We have to get to Ragni.
Do you see that cave over there? Caves such as those often contain useful loot that can help keep you alive. If you enter the cave, you should be able to find some armor to protect you. After that, return to me.
What do you say, soldier? Let's go see what's in that cave.
So mobs are not going to be the most dangerous in the world, right? Just yet.
See if you'll let us through now.
So what you saw there was I defeated the dungeon, if you will, or the area, and after I defeated it, it gave me the chest that's there, and then that blue chest popped up. That blue chest is for defeating it for the first time. So every time I defeat it for the first time, it gives me that special chest. And that special chest contains more stuff. But since it's a tutorial, it's not randomized. It actually gives me stuff. For example, it gave me emeralds, and then it gave me a helmet. Now, I say it's not random. That's not exactly true. It will always give me a helmet, and it will always give me emeralds for this particular dungeon. Now, how many emeralds and which helmet is probably going to be randomized. But every other dungeon is going to be more random stuff. And so this is just, still part of the tutorial. But anyway, he's going to explain to me what to do with them next, which I already know, but still, I'm going to play through it.
So you found some armor, huh?
Yes, the helmet. Will you let us pass now?
Hold on there, recruit. Before you can equip a piece of armor, you first have to identify.
And how do we do that?
You can identify items at item identifiers. They exist in every city across the whole world, and we keep one here for convenience. Identify your helmet at the item identifier, and then return to me with it equipped. After you've done that, I'll let you pass.
All right. Let's go, soldier.
Alright, so most of the time when I get an item from either killing a mob, opening a chest, or from a quest or something, it's usually going to be an unidentified item. Whether it's a piece of armor, an accessory, or a weapon, it's going to say unidentified. And so I have to bring it to an item identifier, throw it in there, and then I have to identify it. It costs 4 emeralds. Luckily for me, I've got 36. So I'm just going to go ahead and identify it. And I get this one. It is +2 health and combat experience +2. So if you look down my health down here, it shows 10. And so what's going to happen as soon as I put this on, it gives me +2 health, as well as it is going to give me +2 combat experience. So I think that means I get 2% more experience every time I kill a mob. And so it adds up like that. So it's a lot of, like most RPGs, it's got a lot of stats like that, which we're going to have to learn as we go.
I see you have your helmet on. Fantastic. You may now pass. Let me open this door for you. Good luck in there, recruits. Even with your armor, it won't be so easy.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, that guard wasn't joking. This place is crawling with the corrupt.
Well, we've got no choice but to make it through. Finally, time for us to use these weapons we got. Let's go, soldier.
So as you can see here, the archer, for example, is like actual arrows that each arrow gets deleted whenever it hits a mob. This just passes through him. Anything in its path of this, I don't even know what to call it, this beam, takes damage. And so I can just keep dealing damage to anything that these touch. And so I can just sit here and deal so much damage to multiple mobs at once. So if I can deal this much damage and the only thing I have to worry about is just not being hit, I'm okay with that. Which, granted, this is still tutorial, so the mobs are going to be really easy. But
Soldier, you take the skeleton in the front. We'll handle the 2 zombies in the back.
ow. Once again, it's still tutorial, so it's going to be pretty easy. And also, yeah, exactly.
This path opened up. Let's continue through the underpass.
Over here! You're just what I needed. Finally, some backup. Wait a second. You're straight from Fruma, aren't you? Oh well, this area should be clear by now. Ragni is just up ahead after all.
Lieutenant, watch out! Behind you!
Oh!
Quick, you have to use an ability.
Unlock your first ability. I come over here to my ability tree. Then I unlock it. Right, left, right. Summon a totem that damages enemies around every 0.4 seconds. And so then I'm going to go and
Cast
get
your
that.
spell with your weapon.
So that would be right, left, right.
Great
Look at
job,
that.
soldier.
Which, once again, abilities are different per
Wait. It's
per
we have
per class.
Lieutenant.
Oh. Nice. A rare unidentified helmet.
Thanks for the save, recruits. I think you 3 are gonna make good soldiers. Now many can handle themselves like you just did. It seems the beast dropped something. You should check it out before heading to Ragni.
That item looks rare. Maybe there's an identifier around here.
Onwards to Ragni. We're almost there. Ooh, we made it. We really...
Still think those corrupted don't stand a chance against you.
Aha. Very funny. Ah, soldier. There seems to be an identifier here if you want to identify that.
And a blacksmith too. You can sell your old helmet there for some emeralds.
So this is perfect. It will teach you kind of how to play. Once again, I already know all this. I've played before, but there has been a lot of things that have been updated. So once we get to probably level 10, that's now then a bunch of stuff that is going to be new to me because of all the updates. Stuff like crafting, and there's foraging. There's other stuff that's new. Some of the quests are going to be familiar, but they've updated some of the stories in the quests, so it's going to be pretty cool. But other way, so yeah. So I got this item, 12 damage per second, normal, 527. It's not a very great weapon. Helmet, my current helmet, plus 2 health, plus 2 combat experience. It's fine, but look at this. My new helmet. So 1 through 5 rare. This item's power has been sealed. I need an item and identifier to unlock it. Possibilities. Level 1 all the way through level 5. I can either get the awesome bandana or the Queen's Tiara. So let's see what I get. Throw this in here. And it's a level 1, so awesome bandana. Okay, that's still fine because look at all that. Plus 1 to strength, dexterity, intelligence, defense, and agility, and plus 5 health. So it's definitely better than what I have now. And I'm glad it's a level 1 because then I can actually wear it. So then I can swap it like this. Which that's also probably scripted in. That's probably not new, but because it's, or not random because it is tutorial still. But anyway. Also, real quick, I want to see what this does, because I've not actually fully read this. This is one of the new things that I am not familiar with, because this has been an update. So, totem, right, left, right. Okay, summon a totem that damages enemies around it every 0.4 seconds. That's insane. Mana cost 30, which I have 101, so 30 is kind of nothing. Total damage, 12% of my damage per second, which damages 6%, or that's, oh my goodness, I don't remember. That's something then, that's not fire. Oh my goodness, that could be earth. I don't remember the runes from image off the top of my head, so I'm gonna have to remember them. Oh wait, that's just basic damage in air. It tells me, duh. So damage is 6%, air is 6%, duration 30 seconds, area of effect 8 blocks across. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. And that's my first ability. As you can see here, I get different abilities. I go down. This is where it starts splitting to the different archetypes. This one goes towards Summoner. And you can see this one goes towards the Acolyte archetype. And so they will kind of like start locking each other out. But anyway, it's gonna be pretty cool. By the way, then it was telling me, showing me how I can sell items to make more emeralds. I can come to a blacksmith. I can sell old armors just like that. And look at that, making bank. All right, now let's continue on, guys. And also, this has been updated to be.
There it is. The end of our journey.
The end of one adventure, but the beginning of another. Let's go inside and talk to the king.
Awesome. So, what's been added to the default game, no mods needed, is the beacon and the waypoint. Like, for example, it says King's Recruit. If you look up here in the top quest, King's Recruit, enter a castle at, which this may look a little bit different because of the mod I have, but to get to my point, this was not here by default in the game when I was playing. This has been updated. However, there was a mod called Windtills, which was like the big and main mod that people would use when playing, because it would offer different quality of life things like a beacon to be able to track things. We don't see it here because I'm still in the tutorial, but I will have a mini map. Right now I'm still in a tutorial, and then I can also open my big map. That's also with Windtills. The big map and the mini map are not part of Wynncraft by default. I would have to pull up the web browser to find where I'm at, and so that is something that Windtills offers that's really nice. But anyway, so let's go ahead and continue because the tutorial is almost done.
Ah, you must be the last recruit. Please, come over here and speak to me. Hello, your friends just left. They told me quite the story about what happened to you three on the way here. Welcome to the Wynn Province. This is the noble fort of Ragni, one of the oldest and most influential cities in the province. Your job as a soldier of Wynn is to stop the growth of the monsters that are ravaging the province. You might want to train a little more beforehand though. Many lives are lost every day. Anyway, good luck. If you're lost, use map.wynncraft.com as it's very useful if you don't know where to go.
That's what I was just talking about. I would have to use the... Hold on, let me... I would normally have to use the Wynncraftmap.com or map.wynncraft.com to be able to find things like the where I'm at, where I'm going, item identifiers, everything like that. But instead, now I don't have to, because as you can see with the Windtills mod, not only do I have a mini map that helps, but I can now open my big map and I can actually see everything. And so I can now look to see where different things are. Like I can come over here into the map. I can see where different things are. There's no item identifier here, but there is one right here. There's an item identifier. Actually, there is one. That's right. They added one. And then I can click it, and we'll actually add a waypoint to there. And then so now I have a waypoint to the item identifier. So let me go ahead and go back in here, and I'm just going to get rid of it. And then anyway, let's continue.
Take this Ragni teleport scroll too.
Look at that. Completed a quest, 35 XP, 6 emeralds, 1 Ragni teleportation scroll, and access to the province of Wynn. So this is a teleportation scroll. I right click it and it will bring me back to where I'm at. I actually can use it 3 different times. That's new too. So it's got 3 charges, and charges are restored every 10 minutes. What? So I don't need to buy 400 maps. That is new, and that is awesome. So that's really cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. So anyway, let's continue. Like I said, some of the things are going to be a little bit different because I have Windtill's mod, and you'll be able to see that here. In fact, what I am going to do is slash Windtill's config profile, because I can change the profile. It does enhance your Wynncraft experience with a wide range of features designed to support different playstyles and stages of progression. This screen lets you choose a configuration profile that defines the default settings. All options remain fully customizable. So I could use this one, or I could use the new player. I'm just going to stick with default, just because I'm going to stick with it, but you can actually change it to have different things. If you just wanted a light or minimal to where it doesn't add a whole bunch of things. Some people don't like all the additional stuff Windtill's adds, or you can do blank slate and have basically nothing, start from scratch, or you can just have the default. Let's see. Quality life features for new players. Many of the features that are more tuned for experienced players are disabled by default. So I'm just going to go ahead and use default, because I like having this down here. Which you can also change that independently, but I just like having it there.
Oh, soldier, over here. Eladar's got on ahead, but I figured I'd stay back and wait for you to be done. So, Wynn, huh? It's pretty exciting to finally be here. I'm going to head off in the direction of Deadless soon, but I wanted to tell you about something first. There's this handy item we were all given on our way here. The content book. It displays most things you can do in this world. Quests, caves, and more. It also lets you track any content you want, which will create a beacon you can follow. Here, why don't you try it out? Use your content book and click on the highlighted quest.
So I can click this. Click this.
There you go. I'm going to head to the end of the Emerald Trail, to the entrance of Nifla Woods. You should meet me there once you've gotten a little stronger.
So cool, and then as you can see, it will bring down a beacon, and it will actually mark it right in here. So I can, as you can see, there's already a billion quests. I could keep scrolling all day long. But right now, it's showing me the quests I have unlocked. Like right here, so you cannot be attempted, cannot be attempted. I'm not the combat level, I need to level up. Incense Brother, this is the main quest line. I'm trying to remember. It will actually tell you what's the main storyline quest. I'm trying to remember where it shows that. I think it's by color. But anyway, it also shows me the awards. Pigman Barbecue can be explored. And it'll also tell me like recommended combat level, how far away it is, how long it takes for that quest to go. Like right here, as you see, it says it's very close. It's only 30 seconds long, so I could do that one really quick. This one, length, short, doesn't have it as many times. So it tells me different things, so I can actually choose which quest I want to do. So, for example, I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Just because it says it's very short. Actually, hold on. I'm not going to do that one because I know what that is. I need more armor before I do that. That's taking me to a cave where I just go in. It's very quick and easy. I just go in, kill a few pigmen, and then there's a pretty decent award. However, they're pretty strong, and remember my class does not do good with damage, so I'm going to wait on that, but I'm still going to go that direction. By the way, this is the town of Ragni, small town. If I pull up my map, it's right here, and I can zoom out. There's a lot of wind to travel. Deathless is where my partner just went, which is way over here. Once again, you see this says level 10. I'm level 1. So I'm going to slowly make my way there, completing some storyline quests along the way, and level up a little bit. I'm not going to do that tonight for sake of time, because I'm going to go ahead and be ending it here pretty soon. I am, though, going to show you guys a few things, both in the town of Ragni. I'm going to kill a few things around the outside of the town of Ragni. I'm going to get basically up to this location over here, to this little town with the item identifier. That's going to be my goal for tonight, is to get right here. In fact, I'll even mark it. So that's my goal for tonight. I'll get there, show you guys a few things, and then I will be calling it a night. Don't know when I'll be able to stream the next episode, but if you join the Discord and keep an eye on the Discord, I will announce. I'll try to announce before I go live if I know ahead of time, with as much advance as I can. But anyway, let's go ahead and stop wasting time. Let's go ahead and head that direction. You also see the mini quests, which these I believe are also area specific. I could be wrong. I need to finish the second quest, and I need to slay level 1 mobs, find discoveries. So I need to find different things. But also you can see here, throughout the map, are loot chests. I can open them. This is an ingredient, can be used for crafting. I'm not going to worry about that just yet, because I don't know much about it. And so I'm just going to put this into my ingredient pouch, and then take my emeralds. I'm going to keep on going. I am going to talk to this guy real quick.
I see you want to venture into the wilderness. My name's Enzen, and I am now a retired knight. I've spent most of my life fighting for Ragni's army, just like you. I know how hard it must be to be a recruit at this time, so I've got something that could help you. Well, I don't have it, but my brother does. Follow this road. He's just past the item identifier. You can't miss him. Just head to the big set of stairs, past the item identifier. Oh, and tell him I sent you. He can be such a jerk to strangers sometimes, especially when he's focused on his, stairs.
Alright, which, funny enough, I can actually, come in here, stop watching, or marking that, because I'm going to the same place. Look at that. Area discovered. Find discoveries. However, I'm now being attacked. But this guard's gonna insta-kill him. But I can come out here and I can start attacking these guys. Now, I don't do a ton of damage because I'm pretty weak. However, there is gonna be something I'm gonna do to help us out, just because I can. So, remember how I said things from accounts are transferred or are shared? Here's what I mean. So, for example, I have some pets that I got, and the pets are actually really, really cool. So this is my level 26 pet. They can kill. They actually will attack things for me, and I think I can now use this guy since he's leveled up. I can use him to store items temporarily, and then eventually I can even use him to sell items on the go, which I think is pretty cool. But I can have up to 3 pets at a time. So I'm gonna go ahead and add these pets, and then now, if we look here, I've got friends. I think I can only pet him because he's leveled up a little bit more. I think it's level 10 before I can pet him. By the way, I think that's really cool. And then now, if I come over here and I damage one of these guys, like that, they'll go and they'll start attacking him. They may not do a ton right now because I'm still level 1, and they're probably not going to allow me to just... Yep, so I probably need to level up a little bit first before my pets will start doing damage, just because they didn't want people like me to come in here and just breeze through this part by using pets, so that's actually really clever. That's really clever, actually. Look at that, an identified wand. Wand is what I use, is it? I don't remember. I think it's what I use. I'll have to look. I don't remember if that's the weapon I use or not. That could be a mage, though. But either way, my goal is to kill a couple more mobs, level up a little bit, not die, because remember, this is hardcore. Look at that, leveled up. Now level 2, only 2 more levels until your next ability point. 1 ability point. Cool, I got a few new things. Okay. Oh, look at that. They also updated. That's cool. And I completed a quest. So, let me go ahead and go into here. As you can see here, I got attribute points or skill points. Let me not be killed here. Let me just do... that's fine. Okay. So then, let me try that again. So I can start adding attribute points. I'm going to add to intelligence and dexterity, and I'm being attacked. There we go. Okay, I'm going to kill this guy, and then I'm going to also then open up my skill tree thing here. And then Right here, double your main attack's beam speed and damage when using a relic. So now that means this can happen a little bit faster and deals more damage, which is really nice. And look at that, there's another one. Potion of Healing, heal 10 hearts, 3 seconds. Cool. So that's really helpful too. So now I can regen. So this is the Pigman Barbecue. It's a little too strong for me right now without armor, so I'm going to level up and come back. That's going to be the goal. Let's go ahead and head this direction. Look at that, there's a guy stuck here. I'm going to kill a few more of these guys real quick. Oh, I can break these things. That's funny. Is there another one right here? Nope, okay. And look at that, there's a blacksmith, and then here's an item identifier, so I'm going to go ahead and open up this guy. Let's see what we got. Okay, it is for mage, so I can't use this, but I can sell it. It's not going to be worth very much, because it's like a level 1 thing, yeah, level 1. But I can sell it and get 6 to 20 emeralds. Okay, not bad. That's sold for 15 emeralds. That's pretty good, actually. So, I'm not going to spend a whole lot more. Ouch! Time! So I can go and drink that. There's a guy behind the wall. Well, that was a little scary. Okay, there's a lot of them. But as you can see here, this class is really good for getting rid of a ton of mobs at once, which is really powerful. Big, I'm being attacked by a chicken. It's insanely powerful to be able to deal a ton of damage to multiple mobs at once. Oh, there we go. We'll look at that here in a second. Let me get somewhere a little bit safer. Why is this chicken so strong? I got 17 DPS. It's slow, though, but it does deal more damage, so I'm going to move this over. Okay, so this does deal more damage. I don't think that's too slow, so I'm going to put this up here, and I'm going to use this one from now on, because it does deal more damage. Yeah, look at that. And see, I can even shoot through objects, which is insane. So I can shoot through walls, and I deal a ton of damage to multiple mobs at once. So I do have like less health or something. I'm not sure how it works, but I can deal a ton more damage. Anyway, that's I'm gonna not do this guy's quest just because it takes a tiny bit amount of time. I'm at least gonna start it. That way I have a fresh place to start for whenever I come back.
Excuse me, can't you see I'm busy? Oh, my brother. Sorry, I didn't know. Why, yes. I actually have something that could help you. But before I give it to you, why don't you help me with something first? You see, there's a special kind of mushroom that grows in this cave. I hear it has certain energizing properties. If you can bring me an energy mushroom, I'll help you out. Enter the cave down the stairs and bring me that mushroom.
Okay, cool. So like I said, I'm not going to start this one tonight, but whenever I come back and do episode 2, I will. So, let me just go ahead and sell this, and then is where I'm going to call it a night. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Look at that, almost 2 stacks of emeralds already. And so once we get into Debtless, there's a ton of cool things, but I'm hoping to get some more armor too, because I don't really have a lot of armor per se. Ow. I got a used fireball, is what that was. Did I just get another one, or did I drop it? Oh, he dropped one. Oh, okay, so notice this does deal slightly less damage, but it is faster. And so that could deal more damage, and it does say the DPS is more. So I'll have to take a look at that. But I can't use it yet because I'm not level 4. So I'm going to put this over here just so I can hang on to it. Like that. That way I can hang on to it until I reach level 4, because I am almost level 3. So what I'm going to do before I end for tonight is I'm going to go ahead and get to level 3 real quick, and then I'll call it a night. Because I gotta get up early in the morning, go to work. Adulting, yay. But once I come back on for episode 2, Look at this, because I don't think he can shoot me through that wall, but I can. This is kind of cheesy. Look at that, level 3 on one more level into your next ability point. But I do have ability points, which I think I mainly want to go with intelligence and agility. That's broken. Yes, I agree. That is broken. It is insane. Which for this class as well, it is so much damage to multiple mobs. I can do that. And it's not just what these hit. It goes beyond, and it kind of goes like through mobs. Like has a piercing effect. That makes sense. Like I can come over here, hit this guy several times. And this is actually a good place to show you. All of these guys here, I can damage and kill in the same shot. And I don't know how far it goes, but I'm still able to hit that guy over there. I don't know if this is like a new something or what. I don't know if it's supposed to be this way. I mean, once again, this is still, you know, the like easy part of the world. This is still technically, I guess, not tutorial, but it's still kind of, in my mind, tutorial. 9 to 13, slow, 9 to 13, that's the same thing. It's kind of cool that I got the same thing. Ow. Oh wait, my pets can now do damage. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. They killed him all by themselves. Look at that. He leveled up as well. That's cool. Anyway, so that is going to be it for me tonight. I am being attacked left and right. Oh. He's got a decrepit sewer key guardian. Also, check this out. So I throw my totem, walk over here, and look. He starts taking a ton of damage every 0.4 seconds from my totem. And then I think he died to... What did he die to? That was weird. I don't know what he died to, but I didn't get the key from him. I think he fell down in the water and it killed him or something. That's weird. That's funny though. So when that guy dies... I can get a key from him that I can then use for a like an actual dungeon, and so that would have been cool. But anyway, so yeah, this class is pretty cool, especially when I can do this thing. I would assume that it will give me health, like when I upgrade it or something. Whoops, that's my assumption. But while I'm in it, so that damages enemies everyone. So as of right now, I don't think it does anything for me, but it damages enemies. Reduce mana cost, deal damage where it lands. So yeah. So anyway, it's still pretty cool because it does a ton of damage, and it also kind of like stuns them a little bit, and so it's pretty powerful too. So anyway. That is going to be it from me for tonight. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming next, but I left the link to my Discord server in the description of this stream, so you guys can find it, join it, and then I will ping everybody that has the stream role, so you can go to the roles channel, and I think if you react to it, you can get that role. That way, I can just ping streams, and anybody who's on the Discord can get notified whenever I'm going to be streaming next, and so I don't know when that's going to be. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so we'll see about tomorrow, but no promises. The studio is not done yet. I'm still here in old space, but the studio is almost done to where I can have like an actual streaming studio. Leveled up the the younger pets already. And so, whoa. Once I get that studio done, I can stream more often. So right now, it's not gonna be quite as often. So we'll see when I can stream next, but I'll do what I can. With that said, I'm going to get somewhere a little bit safer, like in a building or something, so I'm not, like, dying. I think that door can shut, but there's also a chest here. So I believe I can actually get in here. And then I can be safe in here. Anyway, so with that said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.